right, what do we got? Minnesota Timberwolves starting at point guard, Tim Hardaway. Shooting guard, Buddy Hield. Small forward, Dominique Wilkins. Power forward, Anthony Davis. And at center, Yusuf Nurkic. A pretty good matchup, man. Pretty good matchup.
Coming right up, the Celtics taking on the Timberwolves. For Boston, a standout first half of the season has them in first place East. A position they don't want to let go of. Timberwolves, Celtics, and we'll be right back for the tip-off. Welcome fans to 2K Sports Tuesday night presentation of NBA basketball. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. And our third month into the season, things becoming a little more clear in the power rankings. Take a look at the Nuggets. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And you know, for Boston, they made their presence felt right from the opening tip, taking matters into their own hands and showing no let-up.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. We've got Hardaway, Tatum out there with Nowitzki, and there's Porzingis, and it's Jones in at the 2. And for Minnesota, we've got Yusuf Nurkic. Hardaway is out there with Buddy Hield. Then it's Wilkins, and it's Davis in at the 4. Greg, obviously we're early on here. We already have seen some second-year players looking much more improved over the rookie year.
I mean, if you put in the work, you're not guessing as much. And listen, the fact that you've now gone through the season, you've got a better sense of who you are and what you can do out on the floor. I know I cut way back on my turnovers at the start of my second year, and you go into the offseason with specific goals and areas where you want to improve.
Jeff.
Between your first and second year than any other 2 years in your career?
You could make that case, no doubt about it, because that's
that was a bad pass. That was a bad pass.
You could be one of the all-time greats.
Very bad pass.
You are at that stage, and so you tend to put in a little more emphasis in terms of improvement.
Nowitzki finds Hardaway. Outside, Jones. Porzingis against Nurkic. Just 4 to shoot. Yep, that one goes.
Boy, how comfortable is KP in the mid-range? Porzingis, what touch.
And let's catch up with our
in that fadeaway, baby.
David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I briefly spoke with Minnesota's head coach, and at the top of coach's to-do list is figuring out how to deal with the Kristaps Porzingis mismatch. Coach says Porzingis can be a nightmare to defend because of his height and shooting. If we go big, he'll drag our rim protectors away, but if we go small, he shoots right over us. And that's why KD referred to him as the unicorn. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Hi, Jada.
The first free throw is good.
Man, Tim Hardaway looking small.
Hardaway hits them both. First quarter, just over a minute played. Tatum looking around. Passes it to Jones. Nurkic against Porzingis. Fades and shoots.
Ooh, hit the back-to-back fadeaways? I knew my practice would pay off.
Porzingis should score the basketball, but he also recognizes when his teammates have a clean look. I love that unselfishness.
Now here is Davis. Had a 24-point outing in their last game again.
And 3 blocks on the game as well. I mean, he was going all out.
What the hell?
Defensively. Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway.
Man, I don't understand. When Hardaway goes to the, it goes off that pick, nobody goes with him. Nobody shows at all. I don't know why they don't show.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
I'm just gonna keep going to the hole with him, but
Hardaway with it. Picked up by Nowitzki. The offensive rebound. The kick out to Wilkins. Pass to Davis. Here's Nurkic. 3 on the clock. A second chance effort. And that one falls.
wait,
Coming off of
clock
Davis's
was
feet.
clock
An
closer.
outstanding start. You've made 3 of your first 4.
Hardaway passes to Porzingis. Just over 2.5 minutes played
Okay, again.
so far in the first quarter. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Not even gonna bother shooting it. Just gonna dunk it.
The pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
My question is, where was the help? Someone
Yeah, where's the help?
rotate over and challenge.
And the Timberwolves with
Dorsey
possession
knows
here
what's up.
after the basket by Boston. Wilkins against Tatum. Left side Wilkins. He can't get that one to
Good
fall.
defense, Tatum.
Great D that time from Tatum. On the wing, Hardaway.
Ah!
Nurkic with the steal. And here's the
Too much
fast
dribbling.
break. Here's Hield. Nice D from Porzingis.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Tatum kicks to Porzingis. Shot clock at 6. Over Hield. That doesn't go in. Had a
Was
chance,
it
though, to
3
take
in
the
a
lead.
row?
Tatum against Davis. Whistle
Damn it.
blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point
Taisino,
play.
a shot fighter with animation like greening from deep and
Davis
greening
played point
contested
guard in high
layups.
school, showing off
Okay.
the vision there with that nice
Okay.
time.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Ooh.
So Boston ends up
Max
going with the new group.
substitutions. Max substitutions.
Free throw, no good for Nurkic.
You know, it took Nurkic a while to kind of establish himself as a starting center in the NBA, but it didn't take long to see it's a role he deserves. When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the
Jesus.
arc. Love it.
Dominique
He
might be
just possesses that
might take advantage of that
ability to
mismatch.
wow the crowd every time he steps on the hardwood. They don't call him the human highlight for nothing.
Here's Hughes. He had 19 points in the win against San Antonio. Over to the left wing. And here is Serbia.
Ah, Jeff. I forced that. I forced that pass.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Hawkins passes to Wilkins. Tries again. And Hill finishes inside.
You have to appreciate the doggedness and intensity on the glass. Wow.
Now Smith. Here's Hughes. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Timberwolves ahead, up 3. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center.
Damn, offense was struggling in that quarter. Struggled.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Minnesota leading by 3. They've got Heinsohn. Dominique Wilkins out there with Hawkins.
Yeah, Heinsohn playing
And
center?
there's Hill, and it's Mashburn in at the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Now here's Wilkins. He's coming off a 25-point game again, 5 to shoot. Here's Hawkins. They get it back. Hill. That's tipped. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Here's Smith. And then Smith with the dunk.
That's the incredible athleticism of Dennis Smith Jr. Look out below.
This is a weird match. I think Heinz likes to
shooting at 50% in a
play from deep.
Pass to Wilkins. It's deflected.
Nice block. Who blocked that? Oh, Jamal Mashburn. That was a pretty good block.
See that sensational mobile one block again.
Every basket's a big one.
I was up there too.
He is not about to give up an easy look.
Some changes for Boston. Kevin Knox comes in for Dawkins, and it's Jack.
It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. The period came
Yeah,
to
I don't know what the hell that was frozen.
3-point lead. They were on a mission once we got to the second quarter. Their lead is now 11, and they've got to feel that momentum is on their side. And Shaq, what do you think about what we saw from Minnesota?
Oh, I don't know if it was a Twitch thing. It might have just been an OBS thing. I think it was an OBS thing.
Their offense had a great flow to it. It prevented anyone from getting lazy out there. They're always moving, cutting, knowing where they need to put the ball.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Boston?
Well, it's hard to defend a team that gets red hot from the floor. I think the effort was there on D, but they could not come up with.
Man, I had 5 turnovers.
We're bound to see a whole different game plan, a whole different approach from them coming out of the break.
I had 5 turnovers, man. That's not good.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. One guy
Yeah, I need a big third quarter here. I need a big third quarter.
Done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end, and boy, this young guy has done just that.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court right now for the Celtics, they've got Jason Tatum. Nowitzki is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Jones. And it's Hardaway in at the point.
How the hell did I lose Davis?
Fluid power and
Of all the guys, I lost
athleticism
Davis.
that he possesses. Nearly impossible to contain Davis inside.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And so Anthony Davis nails both of them. Here's Hardaway. Zingas high post. Inside. Here's Nowitzki. Buries the 7-footer.
Man, I screwed that up. I was supposed to get Nowitzki right off the pick, man. I missed him. I missed him. I almost got a 3-second call there, too. I had to shoot it fast.
Hardaway with the bounce pass. Davis against Nowitzki. They get it back. Nurkic.
Dude, how did he get that rebound? That was bullshit.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
Healed outside. Looking for Wilkins. He gets it there.
Damn it.
And it's Wilkins finishing it off.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that
A
dunk?
nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Well, Buddy Hield, the consummate gym rat, growing up in the Bahamas, he built his own rim with a milk crate and would shoot all night. His neighbors got so tired of yelling at him.
Damn it.
To keep it down, he sprinkled broken glass under the rim to get him to move the hoop. And with the lead, I like the strategy.
I am
Continue to get
struggling
the
against
ball
this
to
team.
guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score.
Might have to change. I put Porzingis on. Go to matchups.
Continue to build your lead.
So the Celtics called timeout, their first. And Greg, they said Hield would wait until his mom fell asleep and then sneak out to play basketball. And when she came looking for him, he'd take off running.
Yeah, he preferred to catch that discipline at home more so than in public. But growing up in the 8 Mile Rock, a tough neighborhood, his mom rightfully very protective.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Passes it to Wilkins. Carries it down
Damn,
low.
Wilkins is good.
Wilkins has got 4 points this quarter.
80% shooting to start the third, 4 for 5.
And here is Hughes. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Tatum passes to Nowitzki. Back to Tatum. Launches a 3. Doesn't go for it. So Minnesota will take it the other way. They've got the Wizards ahead of them. Their next game in Washington. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's Hughes, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Nowitzki, the pass to Hughes. Oh, and he plucks it
What
off
the
glass.
hell?
Wow. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Hardaway with a wide-open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Celtics trail by 18. Here's Nowitzki. Buries the jumper to finish the break.
Come on now, very few in the catch-and-shoot game better than Dirk Nowitzki. Still commands a ton of respect.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but
I needed a big third quarter, man. I'm having the opposite of a big
Well,
third
there's
quarter.
something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
Both teams deciding to change it up. You're looking at the list of the NBA's top shooters from behind the arc for the past month. Take a look at Hughes. Dangerous player from three-point land, a great talent with a great release.
sometimes a three-point shooter gets into that rhythm and just keeps carrying it over. That's been the case for him the entire month.
Now here is Hill. Back to Davis. And
Jesus, he's so fast.
A terrific leaper with incredible height. Davis is a dunk machine.
Hughes, the pass to Dawkins. There's a minute left to play in the third. Smith against Hill. 4 on the shot clock. Out to the right wing. And the basket by Serbiak. Serbiak's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Down low. It's slammed in by Wilkins.
Oh my God.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Now Hughes. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Dawkins, good.
Well, the coach loves this kind of ball movement. Anytime you create something inside the free throw line, you know it's a good look.
It's Wilkins on the wing. We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter.
Dude.
And it's Davis with the jam.
God, my guy's like sliding right by him. What the hell?
Davis is as complete an offensive player as we have in our
Easy
league.
points, man.
Smith against Hawkins. Smith surveying the D.
And the aggressive attitude of Davis on D makes him such a tough matchup. He's not going to give his man an inch of breathing
Had a
room.
terrible third
That
quarter.
was the difference on that possession.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break.
I got 29 points at the 3 quarters. Holy shit, so bad.
And now they are scoring with ease. And we'll be back with you shortly. Now let's listen into the huddle of Brad Stevens.
Make the play is a big part of tonight, okay? Make sure on the bench when we come back, we lift it. We lift it.
One of the team's great young teachers, Brad Stevens, wanting his guys
a monster fourth quarter here, monster.
Yeah, and he feels if they push it, if they attack intelligently, it's going to be to their advantage.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Hield. Nurkic is out there with Anthony Davis. And there's Dominique Wilkins. And it's Mashburn in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Serbiak, no block.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And Davis gets it to go on the...
Dude, Anthony Davis is so goddamn good. Holy shit.
Lead by 19.
After an ice-cold start to this game, he is pouring it on here in the second half.
Outside Porzingis. Back to Hardaway. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Serbiak, no block. Timberwolves leading by 19 points. Left side Wilkins.
Dude, Penny, where are you?
By Wilkins.
Look at this freaking replay. Look at this. What is this defense? Look at Penny, ready? You passed it. Where are you going? Where are you going? What the? Oh, God.
The high-flying acrobatics by Wilkins on that. Yeah, they call him the human highlight film.
Now a timeout called by
You're
Boston.
funny. I'm getting my ass handed to me right now.
How fans, Greg, interact with players.
I was playing well.
Whether it's verbal or even physical. Is that something the league's got to keep an eye on?
Absolutely. It's all about making sure that everyone is protected and respected. You know, this is entertainment, right? This is not do or die from a life standpoint, and we don't want to have things escalate.
There's got to be some kind of barrier there. I agree. Now Hardaway, after Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, you can tell there's a team-first mentality with the young gun Jason Tatum working to find the open teammate. Nice.
Now here's Davis.
Oh, my goodness. AD wanted them to feel that one. Davis boosts his whole team with that explosiveness.
Here's Porzingis. Outside Tatum. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. An outstanding defensive play to earn.
How the hell did I go out of bounds?
Block.
Determined to protect the lead with the.
I'm earning channel points by watching the Jay. Watching the stream, Jay. Yep.
Anticipation.
You always do.
Now here is Hardaway. Hardaway with the steal. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Here's Tatum. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
We know that
Yeah,
Jason
you always,
Tatum
yeah,
is
you
a
win.
gamer.
You're in
This
channel
guy
points and
willing to
Bonanza
take
bucks.
punishment on his way to the cup.
And that one falls for Tatum. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And the Timberwolves call time here.
I thought I put Porzingis on Anthony Davis. I thought I did that. What?
Here's Hardaway, and it's blocked, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hardaway. And Minnesota has possession. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Back to Davis. Clock at 6.
You know, that's a great example of how Porzingis can use his length to bother a shooter.
To the paint.
I waited so long.
Now guarded by Tatum. And it's Davis finishing it off.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And so it's Boston with it after the basket by Minnesota. Hardaway finds Nowitzki. And it's off the back rim. No good. Timberwolves leading by 20. Outside
This is one of my worst games.
Here's Davis. Doesn't go that time. Nice D from Porzingis. Jones, no one around him. The good-looking shot from the wing.
1 of 3. I don't know why he didn't go to the three-point line.
Finish line now, and what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Timberwolves.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Davis.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
Now Tatum, Dominique Wilkins missing from long range, gets the three-pointer to fall.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Now here's Hardaway. Healed with it. To the wing right side. Here's Nurkic. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Hardaway kicks to Tatum. Outside Hardaway. No good.
Oh my God, I got my ass handed to me.
Hardaway against Hardaway. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here.
Damn.
Some
What an
good
ass
moments
beating.
throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away.
Anthony Davis is impossible to cover.
And now we'll
I don't know
send it
why
out
I didn't.
to
I should have put
Aldridge, who's
Porzingis
stepping
on him
back
right
outside.
away. He was destroying Nowitzki.
AD, it looked like you guys were having some fun out there. Is there a new dynamic coming up offensively?
No, we just don't care who scored the ball. You know, the ball movement was great. Everybody rebounding and talking. So when we play like that, it's fun to watch. You know, and everybody out there having fun, smiling, a lot of emotion. That's all we asked. That's all Coach asked for, and we did that tonight.
Good win tonight, AD. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew. Thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.